So, from the gospel story about Jesus tempted by the devil, and the devil offered him all the kingdoms of the earth if he kneeled down and acknowledged the devil as the real boss. Although it's only a story, it shows, it's just a legend that shows, that tells us the real boss of this world is the devil. He owns the world, that's why he can offer it. He's the owner, he's the ruler, he is the boss. This planet is hell. You can see that when you open your window and just look around in the street, open a newspaper, turn on the TV, the chaos, the insanity. We're behind enemy lines. We are already in hell. Because the boss is the devil. The unseen boss, the invisible boss. People don't even know who they're working for. But the power behind the throne is the devil. And that's why Paul spoke about the powers and principalities in high places, not the elite of the elite, the 1% of the 1% of the 1%, the very apex of the pyramid of the New World Order. Whoever they are, it may not necessarily be the popular names that we find bandied around on the internet. The real rulers may be behind them, and the bloodlines that are popular, they might actually be a distraction from the real bloodlines, the real rulers who are unknown in the media, even on the alternative media. Anyway, from them, and then filtering down a top-down system to government policies, the banking system, shaping the legal system, and how the whole human society is organised, a prison planet. Through them, people are enslaved and they can't get outside the system. We're trapped in it. Society is a prison without bars. So we are the slaves, and the devil is the real ruler of this world. It's its boss. He's the prison governor on prison planet Earth. Long ago, he was the boss of the dinosaur age, and there were no humans then. He was free, no human enemy, no human opposition. And it's his planet then, unopposed. He could do what he wanted, and he created or experimented, but the result was the dinosaurs from about 220 to 65 million years ago. And this was his playground. It's not really hell then. It's just him here, and he's happy just playing on his own little planet. But suddenly the ELE come 65 million years ago, and the devil and his kingdom was attacked. From outside, there was some kind of invasion, and the ELE happened as an attack on the devil's planet. As a result of that ELE, the mammals arose, and then the mammals eventually culminated, evolved into us, human beings. And so we are the devil's enemy. We are opposition to his rule. And it seems like that we are the new rulers of the world. There's no dinosaurs now. But man is the king of the animal kingdom, at least in his little mind. This is what he believes about himself. Reality, the real reality, could be different, however. Finally, we're just living inside a new devilish system, human society, a prison without bars. The devil is still the boss, actually. But since 65 million years ago, we have been invading his home, his territory. This is his planet, not ours. So, where did we come from? Well, there's the scientist, John Brandenburg, and he doesn't have a theory, he has hard evidence that 65 million years ago was the nuclear war on Mars, the planet Mars. So through chemical analyses of the atmosphere and the geology of Mars, this isn't just evidence, it's proof that there was deliberate, intentional, intelligent warfare on Mars 65 million years ago, wiping out the civilization there. Oh, that part's theory, the civilization. But the nuclear weapon is almost fact, scientific fact, because there's only one way to interpret the scientific evidence. It was a designed bomb, presumably meaning to wipe out the civilization on Mars that Richard Hoagland talks about. So, as in every war, there's always survivors. Every massacre has its survivors. Where did they go? Well, it's a big universe. They could have gone anywhere. However, next door is a thriving planet. Unfortunately, it's not a sophisticated place. It was the dinosaur age. Down there was, very primitive and hostile. Even the weather was monstrous, hellish weather, thunderstorms, volcanoes. It wasn't an attractive place to go, but desperate men are driven to desperate ends. So it seems that having wiped out the civilization on Mars, the survivors, they come here to nuclear-free Earth. Unfortunately, it's already occupied by the devil and his creations, so they attacked the Earth, and then over a period of time established their own society here instead. So there's a hypothesis here that actually humans didn't really evolve from monkeys, and the monkeys evolved from an earlier species, which then evolved from the original mammalian 65 years ago, human beings not appearing as we know them until about 100,000, 200,000 years ago. There's a hypothesis here which is against mainstream science, that actually humans themselves have been here for 65 million years, and they have coexisted with chimpanzees, apes, monkeys and cavemen. Humans were one line of evolution from Mars, and then the monkeys, the apes and the cavemen were actually a separate line of evolution with almost no interaction. They coexisted. And we do find real evidence for this from Michael Cremo in his book Hidden History of the Earth. Forbidden archaeology has many examples of intelligent, i.e. human life here on Earth 10 million years ago, 50 million years ago, 65 million years ago. So that was a human invasion of the Earth from Mars, meaning that we are the aliens, and the devil is the rightful owner of this planet, and he thinks we are the attackers. Well, we think about ourselves, we're a more spiritual and sophisticated society. Of course, the devil's still fighting back. He tries to pollute, corrupt, destroy our human society through powers and principalities in high places. However, the human spirit is persistent, indefatigable, inspired by hope, and slowly we keep trying to improve, develop, and evolve morally and spiritually rather than physically. So we can see this war in the world between good and evil. And although we are the good guys, actually we did invade somebody else's kingdom. And although he's a bad guy, really here is his house. We're living in his house. And the devil actually does have some legitimate grievances against us. So the fight between good and evil is messy, very messy.